old school music fam? Today, we're shining a much-needed spotlight on an incredibly talented singer whose impact on R&B often goes unnoticed. Renee Diggs of the 80s group Starpoint. If you remember hits like Object of My Desire and What You've Been Missing, then you know how much of a force Starpoint was back in the day. But what many may not know is the tragic story behind their lead singer, Renee Diggs, and her longtime boyfriend, Ernesto Phillips. Their untimely deaths barely made a ripple in mainstream media, and we at I Love Old School Music are here to make sure their legacies don't fade away. Before we get into the heartbreaking details of their passing, let's take it back to Starpoint's rise to success and how Renee first found out about the health battle that would change her life forever. In 1980, Starpoint hit the scene with I Just Wanna Dance With You. And for the next few years, they kept dropping albums, grinding their way through the industry. But it was 1985 when they really blew up with Object of My Desire. That song put them on the map in a major way, earning them national and international recognition. They even landed a spot touring alongside legends like Morris Day, Luther Vandross, Isley Jasper Isley, and Atlantic Starr. Everything was looking up, but then, out of nowhere, Renee received devastating news. While on tour, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a debilitating autoimmune disease that attacks the central nervous system, affecting mobility, strength, and even mental function. Despite the physical toll it took, Renee never let it show on stage. She was a fighter, determined to keep pushing forward. Even after Starpoint disbanded in 1990, Renee and her longtime boyfriend, Ernesto Phillips, who was also Starpoint's lead guitarist and one of the group's founders, kept making music together. They worked on Renee's solo album, Oasis, which first dropped in Europe. And not only did Renee keep creating music, but she also founded the Renee Diggs Foundation for Multiple Sclerosis to raise awareness about the disease she had been battling for years. But then, just when it seemed like Renee was pushing through despite the odds, tragedy struck again. In 2004, her love and longtime partner Ernesto suffered a fatal stroke. Losing him was devastating for Renee. And sadly, just 1 year later, almost to the day, Renee Diggs passed away from an underlying heart condition. Some might say it was her heart condition that took her, but others might argue that it was her heart's condition, heartbreak, over losing Ernesto that ultimately led to her passing. Grief can have a powerful effect on the body, and while we can't say for certain, we do know that losing the love of her life took a heavy toll on her. With Renee and Ernesto gone, Starpoint lost two of its key members. But one thing that will never be lost is their impact on R&B. Their music lives on, and we at I Love Old School Music will continue to honor their contributions to the game. Much love and respect to the late, great Renee Diggs and Ernesto Phillips. May they both continue to rest peacefully. All right, fam, let's keep their legacy alive. Drop a comment below if you remember Object of My Desire or any of Starpoint's classic joints. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and tap that notification bell so you never miss any of our old school gems. Thanks for watching, and as always, I love old school music, old school news with a new point of view.